Welcome back to Cody's Movie Cave, partners. Today we're going to talk about another Western, another roundup review, if you will. And this one's one of my favorites. All right, as a Western fan myself, I got to tell you, I love it, and I've watched it numerous times. And it's not one that's very popular, and it's not one that a lot of people have seen, like True Grit, Good, the Bad, and Ugly, or some of these bigger movies. But it is a good, solid Western movie, and it's called Vera Cruz. That's right. And it's got Gary Cooper, who is amazing, and it's also got one of my favorite classic movie actors, Burt Lancaster, the man. He is outstanding in this movie. I love his character, and we'll talk a bit more about that in a minute. So Vera Cruz tells the story, and it's set during the Mexican Rebellion of 1866, and an unsavory group of American adventurers travel south of the border and are hired by forces of Emperor Maximilian to escort a countess to Vera Cruz. And so that's the basic premise of this exciting movie. And for me, it may be set during a Western era, and it may have Western elements and all that, but this is an adventure movie, folks. By no sense of, it's by all sense of the word, this is an adventure movie, more so than it is a Western. And like I said, great performances. My favorite character in the movie is Burt Lancaster's Joe Aaron. He plays Joe Aaron, this sort of American gunslinger with, he's got the flair, he's got the style, he's quick, he's fast. And Burt Lancaster is just an awesome character, awesome actor. He was, for sure. So Joe Aaron, like I said, he's got his own style. He's kind of the out for himself, not really the more moral type guy. He'll do the right thing if it benefits his pocketbook, if you know what I mean. He's a soldier of fortune in that sense. Whereas Gary Cooper is the more straight-laced. He's in it for the money because he's trying to get his ranch built back up, but he's also a man of value, principles, and morals. So these two characters are starkly different and totally, contrast off of each other. You got the sort of the bad guy, but technically good, and you got the good guy, kind of like the Boy Scout type situation. Came out in 1954, so a lot of you folks, you new young viewers for sure is not going to want to see it or have heard of it. And even some of my older viewers who are Western fans may not have even ever heard of Vera Cruz. But let me tell you, it is a must if you are a fan of the genre. It's a must. Like I said, it's set during the Mexican Revolutionary times, and it's mercenaries. And that's right up my alley. But a little trivia for the movie, Clark Gable actually he went to Gary Cooper and told him, look, don't star in this movie opposite of Burt Lancaster, because that kid is gonna blow you off the screen. People are gonna love it, and they're gonna kind of forget about you and be more focused on Burt Lancaster. And I gotta tell you, he was right. I love Gary Cooper and I love his movies, but for me, this is a Burt Lancaster movie through and through. Let's see, just, like I said, just all kinds of stuff. Funny thing happened on set. Old Jack Elam, he was a great actor back in the day, in a lot of Westerns, a character actor more or less, not really a lead man. But he had sort of this dead eye, and it kind of wandered, or it kind of looked over here while he was talking. He looked funky as crap, okay? Jack Elam, look him up. But anyway, one day on set, Burt Lancaster's kids came to visit him, and they were sort of being kids, as kids are, and were kind of asking questions and laughing at Jack Elam's eye, in which it upset Jack Elam so much that he wound up in a confrontation with Burt Lancaster, and the two broke out in a fist fight on set. Who do you think won that? Burt Lancaster's a big dude, no doubt. I'm just saying, very much. I think Burt Lancaster took Jack Elam. Let's see, I think there was some bad blood on set between Gary Cooper and Burt Lancaster, and the fact that I don't know, Gary Cooper just was, from all accounts of what I've heard, was just very much a diva about the script, about the writing of the movie, about who he starred with, some of the actresses he starred with. It just sounded kind of like a diva, whereas Burt Lancaster was very much easygoing. In fact, Burt Lancaster was happy to cede top billing to Gary Cooper when the credits rolled, and when they promoted the movie, Gary Cooper was up front and Burt Lancaster's name after that. So I mean, he kind of read the scene and was like, look, I'll take a step back and let him take the spotlight, because at the time Gary Cooper was starting to fade more, and Burt Lancaster was this new up-and-coming star of a kid. One of the characters, one of the Mexican characters in the movie is played by Cesar Romero, who a lot of people won't remember, but he played the Joker in the 1960s series, the Batman series, which I thought was pretty interesting. You got the Joker playing in this movie. But anyway, Vera Cruz, very good, action-packed for a 1950s Western. And then again, like I said, this, to me, in my movie brain, is more of an adventure film than it is a Western. So, there is that. So, but if you like both of these genres, both Western and adventure, you'll love this movie. So guys, especially the older viewers, the Western fans, if you hadn't seen Vera Cruz with Gary Cooper and Burt Lancaster, go check it out. Go buy you a copy on digital. It's going to be a little hard to find because it is an older movie, a little more obscure movie, not as popular as some of the other ones, but I'm sure you can find it on Vudu, Apple, or Amazon to buy or rent. I have it in my collection because, like I said, it's one of my all-time favorite Westerns because it's just got these two great characters. Like I said, I'm a little more partial to Burt Lancaster's character than I am Gary Cooper's character is okay. He's obviously tough. He's obviously a quick draw, but he's a little bit more predictable in that sort of trope of 1950s Western heroes. Whereas this other character, Joe Aaron, that's played by Burt Lancaster, is a wild card. He is not necessarily the villain, but he's also very much not necessarily the hero. First of its kind back then. So, that being said, go check out Vera Cruz. You'll like it, especially if you're a Burt Lancaster fan. My opinion, opinions are like butts down here in the cave. Everybody's got one, and some of them stink, guys.
The Marquis is our prisoner. So are the rest of you.
Gary Cooper and Burt Lancaster, the quiet man and the gunslinger, fighting side by side, and each other. And with them is Denise Darcell, alluring, free with a kiss or a caress.
Joseph, you're born American, but at heart you're French.
And Cesar Romero, was he friend or enemy? And introducing an exciting new screen discovery, Sarita Montiel, temptress and tease, who entices Gary Cooper into her web of intrigue. Vera Cruz, filmed entirely in Mexico, a motion picture that stands alone in its breathless excitement. Vera Cruz, unique in the annals of screen entertainment.
Each one of those 6 boxes contains $500,000 in gold.
How do we know we can trust you?
How do I know I can trust you?
Countess, you're beginning to talk my language.
Gold-hungry adventurers, palaces, and kings.
Looks like we tied up with the wrong outfit.